Cancer, hi. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, it's your first time, I'm your host Tina, and welcome to my channel. Now, before I say anything, there is a timestamp down below in the description. If you'd like to jump straight to the reading, straight to the cards, feel free to click that. All right, Cancer, let me go ahead and give your cards a few shuffles. I also would like to apologize. I am posting these videos a day late. Basically, I pulled a muscle while I was working out last week, and it got me good. Like, I was in bed for 3-4 days, so really happy to be here. Really happy to be mobile again, move my arms, to sit up, the simple pleasures in life. So hope you guys are feeling as good as I'm feeling today, and let's get into your reading. All right, Cancer, this is for the second week of March. March 8th to the 14th about. All right. We're going to stop here. Four of Swords is at the bottom. Well, let's just start with, we got the Devil in the challenge position. So let us see. Trying to make some decisions here, right? You're ready to take action, cut things out. Recent past, we do have the Eight of Swords, so I feel like a lot of mental activity, a lot of overthinking energy with the Eight of Swords, right? Like maybe not liking some situations, some circumstances here, and then the more you thought about it, the more you just kind of felt trapped by it, or felt like you didn't have power over it, or you just couldn't see the solution very clearly in the recent past. But recent past, overall energy now, Queen of Swords. Now look at her, there's no clouds up in the sky where her mental space is, where her head is. So indicate that she's thinking very clearly, and she's ready to make head over heart decisions, right? Meaning, sometimes we avoid decisions because they're going to hurt, even the right decisions, and you're not in that energy right now. You're in the energy of doing what's needed. Doing what's needed, really analytical, kind of cold, but it's because you have to be, right? It's because you also feel like you need to be. All right, the situation is the Six of Pentacles. There's an imbalance, right? Especially as I see that Eight of Swords, trying to restore that balance, trying to feel a sense of relief, and that sense of relief is trying to come through as well. But it for me, it feels like there's an imbalance here, right? Or it feels that way. In the challenge position, we have the Devil. I mean, the Devil's always in a challenge position, whether we know it or not, right? This is the shadow aspect of ourselves. So it's about, the Devil's about unhealthy choices that we might be making and what guides them, right? Do we let our ego decide? Or do we let public opinion decide? Are we letting temptation get the best of us, right? The Devil are the things that have kind of a grip and control over us. And they don't bring out the best, right? Like, it can feel toxic, it can feel negative. And so it's the invisible chains. We don't see them, but they're there. They're there, from mental patterns to behavioral patterns, doesn't matter. Everybody's Devil's a little bit different. And like I said, it's always in the challenge position all the time. Now it's just asking you to be aware of it, right? It's trying to make itself present to you. Where your mind is at and what you're focused on, we got beautiful Temperance. This is really you trying to avoid extremes, trying to be patient here. That's what you're really trying to do. Again, you're trying to take a more moderate middle path. You don't want any extremes here. You're really trying to avoid it, trying to remain balanced. Even having a deeper understanding here with Temperance, right? But patient, and again, just trying to strike the right balance. Your approach is the Nine of Wands, so this is you fighting. You're still fighting, you're still standing strong. However, with that Nine of Wands, I always tell people that while it's really important to have healthy boundaries, we want to be careful that they don't become walls, similar to this Nine of Wands here. It looks like a wall of wands. In your environment, we got the Magician here. Can be a Gemini, can be a Virgo. I just feel like it's about you really wanting to create something, manifest something very much in your reality. And it's like you're starting to have an idea, some seed here, and you're in this place of saying, okay, what am I going to need to do? How do I make this, how do I bring this to life? It's not just the desire to want it, it's meeting that desire with the willpower so that you can actually materialize it, right? That's the magician. Gathering yourself, knowing that you do have everything you need. And if you don't, it's figuring out, what do I need? And even that is having everything you need in a way, right? Because you got your wits about you. Coming towards you, though, we have the Nine of Pentacles. It's a card of independence, self-sufficiency, self-reliance. Saying to yourself, you know, because it's so interesting, because the situation is the Six of Pentacles, saying, hey, somebody's not meeting me halfway. And you go from that in a way that towards the end of the week, you're like, you know what? I actually don't need anybody. I only need me. It's not to say you're cutting anybody out, even though this is a very single energy. It is a very independent energy. But it's an energy really of just saying, you know what? It's like an empowering energy, saying, I do have everything I need. I can rely on myself. I am my own best friend, or with the devil, I am my own worst enemy, right? But this is a very empowered card. It's a very healthy relationship with money as well. Maybe you take a moment to enjoy some luxuries in life because you deserve it, because something's been weighing heavy on you, anything like that. Either way, it's very positive energy coming towards you. There's no other way to say it, very positive energy. All right, Two of Cups is at the bottom. So interesting as we speak of a single energy. So let's go in and clarify it. But it's, you know, it's independent woman. I don't need anybody. Independent man. You get my point. Independent person. All right, let's clarify. All right, we're going to stop it here. Four of Swords is at the bottom again. You need a break. So I was like, no matter how you look at this Nine of Pentacles coming towards you, if it means take a moment, enjoy some luxuries, like, I don't know, it doesn't matter, a spa day, a nice meal, a mental break, whatever it is, take a moment and do it if you can. Why not? Without guilt, because you deserve it. Four of Wands is the situation. Yeah, the Fool is in the challenge position. Yeah, you gotta love yourself. Gotta love yourself, right? How do you let your emotions out? How do you do it? In the recent past, we have the Ace of Cups with the Eight of Swords, right? Inability to like let something out. Like this one literally can't move and feels trapped, and this thing is totally flowing, right? So really trying to let your emotions flow, let something out of your heart, show love or open your heart, and it just was hard for you in the recent past. Current energy, we have the Four of Wands with the Six of Pentacles. Some foundation here, trying to restore the balance and the harmony within, and it could be home environment, especially because the overall energy is the Ten of Cups with the Queen of Swords, right? It can be your home environment, family, life, certainly relationships, especially with that Two of Cups was at the bottom when we first pulled it. Restoring the balance, restoring the harmony. But you know, you're like with that overall energy, you're ready to cut things out at the root if you have to, right? But you're not just thinking about yourself, like you're really thinking about other people here as well. But you want to feel content, right? Because right now you're certainly not feeling the content. You're not feeling fulfilled. You're not feeling like things are right or where they should be. You're not. And so you're in this place of like, how do I bring that about? Now in your challenge position, we have the Devil and the Fool. You know, I think it's about asking yourself, was I a fool? Was I naive? Why did I let this attract me, right? You know, it's anything like that in the challenge position, especially with the Devil. Because, you know, the Devil is the Lovers inversed, right? The Lovers is ultimately a card about choice. But with this, when we're guided with the energy of the Lovers, we're guided by our higher self, right? And so we're making choices following our heart, following our intuition. Whereas the Devil, we're making choices, again, based on like superficial things sometimes. Not to say it's anybody's fault, but it's like society, right? Like it's ruled by Capricorn. It's ruled by the 10th house of like career, public image, status. So keep that in mind, right? It's the ego. And so it's just like something here like, were you being naive? You know, were you tempted by things that you now consider foolish? It's, you know, those kinds of energies. Where your mind is at and what you're focused on, we have the Page of Swords with Temperance. Again, I just feel like I feel like there's more information that you're seeking out within yourself. I don't know, it's like you want more facts, you want more truth here. But you're being patient. You're open to like learning more, whatever that means. But you're being patient and you're being moderate, and you want to take a middle approach here. Now your approach, you're still fighting. You're still fighting to get this harmony and this balance back, right? You have the Nine of Wands with the Six of Pentacles. And so you're just fighting. You're fighting to get that balance back. In your environment, though, you're back and forth. It's like you're just unsure. You are unsure. You have the Two of Pentacles with the Magician. And so you're just, I apologize if you hear background. We got to eat, don't we? So you have the Magician, you have the Two of Pentacles. You know, I just feel like, yeah, maybe some of you have a lot of responsibilities and you're doing a fantastic job prioritizing, managing, especially your day-to-day responsibilities. I do feel, though, overwhelmingly that this is just an indecisive energy, right? Just kind of, you're still weighing things, you're still back and forth with it, and what you want to create, what you want to materialize, what you want to manifest here. Because I feel like there's something here you're still fighting for, but it's difficult, right? But you're at the same time, you're in the position and energy of saying, hey, I will cut things out as well, right? So you're weighing things. Now coming towards you, we got the Nine of Pentacles clarified by the Hermit. You're going to be taking a deep dive within here, Cancer, to figure out this single energy. What more can I say? You know, it feels like, yes, independence. Yeah, it can feel like luxury. And like I said, even with those, we have Four of Swords. Four of Swords, take a break, enjoy something luxurious if you can. Pamper yourself if you can, you know. It's okay to do that, right? To take one step back so that you can take two steps forward. But really, I feel like either way for most of you, it's really a question of being single from something that you were joined with. Some relationship here. It could be business, it could be personal, doesn't matter. But now you're really doing some soul searching when it comes to this idea, basically, of you going single and independent of it. And only you will find the answer once you look within. Only you know that answer. But the point is, you're debating it, and it weighs heavy on you, and the thoughts have been super heavy, and now you're going to like, hey, let me take a step back, let me decompress these thoughts, let me spend some time with myself. I've been through a lot. Let me figure out what I've learned, where I'm at now. That's what you're kind of, what's coming towards you. All right, I'm going to leave it there for you. Of course, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If anything does resonate, if you did like it, then please hit like, subscribe, and thank you. I will see you all next week.